Hi, this is Emily Islanian with TVinsider.com, and I'm here in the Hollywood-branded, unbranded lounge with the cast of The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to see everybody, and I know we have a mix of characters that fans of the lore are familiar with and totally are not familiar with. So real quick, let's just run through who everybody's playing and what your role is in the story. Who would like to start? You want to start with? Let's start with the Queen.
Oh,
Cynthia.
My goodness. Okay. I'm Cynthia Addai-Robinson. I play Queen Midiel.
Beautiful.
I'm Daniel Weyman playing the Stranger.
You could say a little more about your character if you want.
Right, well,
I know you
Oh.
probably can't, but
My gosh. First of all, I'm still my mouth is waking up. Okay.
fair enough.
So Queen Midiel, she is a queen regent, so she's not fully yet a queen. We will understand what that means as the show progresses. And she is one of the fine, noble leaders of the island kingdom of Numenor, which is the first time we are seeing this part of the world on screen. Very exciting.
Amazing. Can you say anything else about the Stranger?
Yeah,
He is super mysterious.
He's pretty mysterious, but I think he's got this drive. He's driven by something deep and sort of primal. And I think as we watch his journey, hopefully people will learn a little bit more, and they can sort of come on that with me. I'm very excited to finally be able to talk about it.
I know, that's got to be a big secret to
counting down
hold.
the days, when we can actually go, yes, I can say something. Yeah.
All right, let's go to this couch. Emma, you want to start?
Oh, yes. I'm playing Isildur's sister, Eärien, Elendil's daughter. She's an aspiring architect and the baby of the family, yet kind of more of the adult in this relationship.
Hi, I'm playing Isildur, and he's kind of a young sailor on the island of Numenor. And he's kind of caught in a bit of a conflict between wanting to pursue his father's dream of him becoming a sea captain like himself, and he's finding himself, I guess, in the first season. It's quite exciting.
Absolutely. You want to go back to Ismael?
Hi, I'm Ismael Cruz Córdova, and I play Arondir. Who's an aspiring singer-songwriter. I just moved to Portland, Oregon. No, I play Arondir. He's a Sylvan elf that is watching over the people of the Southlands and gets in a forbidden love with one of the humans.
Now
And that's where the singer-songwriter
Right.
thing
Now I
comes
kind of want to do, I wanted to introduce your character's wrong answers only version. That was great. Charles?
Shall I use your mic?
You can use my mic.
Thanks. I play Lord Celebrimbor, who is the forger of the Rings of Power, though we take a while to get there. He is currently Lord of Eregion, which he's trying to establish as a base for elves who miss Valinor and are making their home on Middle-earth. And he's trying to build a city of creative excellence and diversity and a heaven on earth, basically, is what he's trying to do. So that's where we discover him.
So when we first meet him, he will eventually make these rings, but how would you describe him? Is he a good guy? Is he how do we feel about him?
He means well. He wants he's quite vain about his work, although he wants his work to be of benefit to the elven race. He wants it to do good, but also he likes getting praised for it. Which I guess, all creatives have a certain amount of that in them. But we do discover him at a point where he is a little off-center, and should anyone come along with any, suggestions that perhaps might lead him down a bad path, he might consider those.
All right. That's fair enough. Now, Daniel, I know you've probably said everything you can, but I do know that you have a very fiery entrance.
Yeah.
Can you talk about shooting that?
That sounds quite racy.
It does sound a little
Charlie,
racy.
please.
An epic entrance.
Thank you. Right. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, just mind back in gear. So, the shooting that was extraordinary, in that I came into this hangar, massive soundstage, and there was just fire everywhere. I think they had 80 different fire points, all controlled by crew members who were bringing them up, and they could raise them and lower them remotely, and we were sort of filming in this well. And so when you got right deep into the center of the well, the heat was excruciating. And they would leave us, well, if you've seen in the trailer, my character doesn't have a whole heap of clothes on in the first bit.
Sure.
But poor old Markella, who is filming down in the thing, she's got a whole heap of clothes on.
Oh, yeah.
So she is in sort of, massive heat with these 80 flamethrower things, going, and I'm sort of semi-naked. And so I feel like I got the easy job there. I was cool-ish, and she was boiling. But by the end of it, the smoke, the black smoke everywhere, it was pretty intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sequence.
It really does. It's beautiful. Now, speaking of looking amazing, the orcs are terrifying. Amazing, but terrifying.
Thank you.
I know. I mean, you look amazing too. But you also encounter the terrifying orcs. So what is that like?
I'm very loopy.
Oh, it's
this
early. You're
morning.
fine.
It's early. It's been a long weekend. And you look straight into my eyes too. So I really thought we were gonna have a moment.
No, you're totally fine. We are gonna have a moment because I'm gonna ask you about shooting around the orcs, like being surrounded by these people dressed as orcs. Was it terrifying? Like, were you just like turning around and just like being like, oh my God, every time?
It was amazing. It was incredible because
Yeah.
I think one of the things that made us fall in love with that first trilogy as well, was those practical effects and the artistry of it. 'Cause you really saw these creatures, and our show and our creatives and our showrunners really wanted to go back to that and to that magic and to that you love the Goonies still,
Right.
you love those movies that they still hit differently, and that's how it felt when we were doing this movie. It was real. It was there. You could be. These were our friends, but you could not see them through the prosthetics. you
Yeah.
know?
I also remember the first time I saw an orc in the parking lot. Like someone, a lot of times people have to hold their hands, guide them. It's a really intensive. My hat's off to those actors because they are head to toe covered. It's an hours-long process. There's a lot of physicality. They have to have smoothies for lunch, full contact lenses. But it was such a trip because I hadn't seen an orc for a while. And then one day in the parking lot, just saw one up close. And to see it up close, on camera, it's
Right.
phenomenal. But you're standing in front of this actor and you don't see them. You don't see the actor underneath. They're just the eyes and everything. It's a trip. It's insane.
That's incredible. Now, insane trips. This is a great segue. Thank you so much for that. Now, you guys shot in New Zealand, and I heard our two siblings on the couch over here actually took sibling bonding very seriously, and you guys went bungee jumping. Is that right?
We watched people bungee jump.
You watched people
Because
bungee
I
jump.
put my foot down.
We're very similar to our characters. So I'm quite pro risk, and Emma,
Risk averse.
and we decided to do risky things. So it
We
was
went canyoning, we went zip lining. The largest commercial waterfall that you can whitewater raft down is in New Zealand, and we did that, and the boat flip.
That's pretty
and
risky.
it was amazing. I had the best time of my life.
I did not.
But I think that the experience definitely brought us closer together. And
Right.
we kind of wanted to portray a really realistic kind of close relationship. So I think that helped.
Fantastic. Well, I love it so much. I am so excited for fans to see the show. I think they're going to freak out. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Everyone go watch.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Everyone go watch The Rings of Power on Prime Video September 2nd.